and slow today. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, apparently now I'm live, but you know how it goes. Doesn't show me who's here or what's happening. And it's Monday, guys. Welcome to another week. This week we go into August. That's pretty mind-bending that this year is going so fast. It all just blends into one big experience, doesn't it? All right, so we are in a Taurus moon, and today's actually quite exciting. In the words I wrote, maybe you can feel the butterflies in your belly. So we've got the moon in Taurus just wants to be comfortable. Good morning. Oh, good morning, Alicia. There she is. So yeah, the moon is square Venus, which is ruling the moon in Taurus. So there might be a little bit of tension, but we have a sextile to Saturn. Good morning, Jay. And the moon is coming up to conjunct Uranus. Good morning, Susan. So this is that electricity. This is that feeling that maybe we're getting somewhere. We've got the sun. Good morning, Kathy. We've got the sun trine the north node. Awesome. We're heading in the right direction. And sextile the south node. So we're easily, good morning, Cara. We're easily letting go of our stuff. Hi, Mandy. Happy birthday for the other day. So, like in general, the cogs are turning, all right? So continue to just plod along, Taurus moon. Doesn't matter how slow you go, the fact that you're just making incremental movements forward is enough. All right, because you might wake up and you're like a little bit because there is that square to Venus, still being in Leo. So I don't know, maybe she wants to get out there and do stuff, but it's, I don't know, like here it was, what was it, -1 or 1 this morning? It's freezing, so Venus wants to get outside and go do shit, and the Taurus moon's like, hell no, it's way too cold out there. So it could be an environmental thing that is making you feel, all right, discomfort, all right, because the moon in Taurus does not like feeling discomfort. But again, like I said, there is a sextile to Saturn, which means we're just still going to do what we've got to do. And that Uranus is, we can feel change happening. And that's where those butterflies came in. Oh, Jay says -2. Good morning, Sally. Yeah, I think it was, I heard 1. I don't know whether it was -1 or 1, but it was freezing here. It is freezing here this morning. All right, so in addition to the moon square Venus, Venus is actually coming up to square Uranus. All right, so I think no, that's the second. So that's actually Friday. So here we are with, and she's also trine Chiron. Okay, so this is that I'm going to change my circumstances because the trine to Chiron, I can see what's happened in the past. And she's willing to look at that. I'm jealous, Kathy. 6. And the sunny goes 6. So yeah, so Venus, even though she is uncomfortable, all right, the tension that is being created by that square to Uranus, the trine to Chiron is beautiful because it's supporting her to know that even though it's uncomfortable to break free of the shackles of the past, that trine to Chiron is letting her see the silver lining. It's letting her know that her previous experiences were because of something. You know what I mean? And because we're always doing the work, we can associate and identify and break our own boundaries and bonds. All right, so there is that. Now Mars is also moving towards Jupiter. All right, so I feel like Mars is, Gemini is a youthful sign. All right, it's quite fun. It wants fun and it wants excitement, but Jupiter being that wisdom of the mind. So, Mars is just continuing to move forward. So I feel like in general, we are also just doing that. We are also just moving forward. You know, um, if you are feeling any of that dynamic tension, all right. So is it okay, the butterflies, all right? So you fall in love, you get butterflies. You have high anxiety, you have butterflies. What is it that your body is trying to tell you with the butterflies? You know what I mean? So this is that Chiron experience, because often we feel something and we just go into an automatic mode. We don't actually stop and identify, because, that could look like the same thing, like anxiety and falling in love. I mean, when you first fall in love with someone, you're like, you feel sick, you can't eat, blah, 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 all of those feelings. But when you actually stop and take a minute, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's nervous anxiety, that's fun anxiety, whatever, you know what I mean. So so the butterflies that we're feeling, you can feel the changes and are probably seeing evidence of your success happening. Write down as many things as you can think of that will help you move closer to your ultimate outcome, and start. Now is that time. All right. We're always waiting for the right time. Now is the time. Every single chance you can get is the time. And again, this is just that incremental movement forward. Sometimes we race forward. Sometimes we're just lucky to get out of bed and stand up, and that is enough to move forward, depending on where your head's at. Now, because I'm talking about the head, Mercury, now in Virgo, is trine Hygieia. Okay. So Mercury in Virgo, that inner critic or that inner analysis, that data entry, that specificity of the mind, that alternate health practices, Hygieia is very, should be or could be the ruler of Virgo. Okay. Because it is about, that mental health, and the way we look after ourselves, our self-care. So the fact that Mercury in Virgo is trine Hygieia is beautiful, because we can we can identify our thoughts, like I was saying with those butterflies, or that those feelings, that Uranian moon coming towards Uranus, that excitement is building, or that challenge for change. So, I've spoken about Venus square Uranus and trine Hygieia. Again, that is feeling and knowing that we can move forward. So Mercury trine Hygieia, we can now implement strategies to make sure that our mental health and well-being is in place. All right. So previously, if you've just freaked out because of change, because you're so uncomfortable and unsure, now the whole picture is just like, it's okay. It's okay to challenge your comfort levels, because change is inevitable. Every day we change. Every day we grow older. Every day the day is different. So that is change in itself. So go with the feels. We've also got that Mars is sextile the North Node, so those cogs are turning as well, because Mars in his mind is moving towards that wisdom of Jupiter. All right, so there's a lot of mental activity happening. And then tomorrow, when the moon moves into Gemini, we're going to have, so if you can set yourself up today to get comfortable with these changes that are happening, then tomorrow we might not have as much mental tension, because you're prepared for change. All right. So it's so much about your comfort levels right now. So if you are feeling that, like that feeling, again, stop, identify, breathe, meditate. What strategies can you put into place to have that feel be okay? All right. So now the moon doesn't move into Gemini until 7:30 a.m. tomorrow. But again, there's a lot of change. So, this is all about you identifying the journey that you're actually on. And, with that beautiful Venus, where are those healing opportunities as you move towards change? So let's draw a card. Okay. Oh, this one. Oh, yay! All right, Two of Pentacles. Okay, what I'm feeling straight away for this one, I will look at the book, is that mastery of habit is what I'm getting straight away. Like this chick didn't just go and get those implements. I can't think of what they're called when they do those things. But anyway, she didn't just go get those implements and instantly be able to dance wildly without smacking herself in the head. This took practice for her to be able to do this. So that's what I'm getting from this. You know, this is that implemental practice. This is that strategy moving forward. This is that awareness of yourself. You know, like she's got to be aware of where those balls are so she doesn't smack herself in the head. All right, so let's have a look. Two of Pentacles. I create an equilibrium in my life that allows me to be my best self. I love that. Okay. Oh, Poi, thank you. Jay, thank you. All right. So with all the roles and responsibilities that you've been juggling, you may feel like a little bit of imbalance. Busy much? Maybe your calendar is totally overbooked and you're feeling stressed of being stretched in too many directions. You may feel the need to better balance dualities or opposing aspects of your life. So, time alone versus time with others, definitely. Make sure that you aren't investing too many resources in one area of at the expense of another. So yeah, again, this I feel like this is, you know, are you juggling too much? Are you aware of putting where you're putting all of your energy? And yeah, just allowing yourself to do one thing at a time. That's another one. That's wisdom in itself, isn't it? Allowing yourself to just be okay doing one thing at a time. In this busy, busy world that we live in, there is so much expectation for us to achieve and blah, 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 blah. So it's just like, no, you know what? Achievement can be meditating for a couple of minutes a day. That can be achievement in itself. You know, doing exercise, drinking enough water, you know, if you're feeling overwhelmed and you're getting that feeling that you're not liking the change that's happening, then again, it's just about that comfortable identification and just doing what you can. Oh, good morning, Abby. So nice to see you. So that's me, guys. That's me for today. I am around today, and we do have accountability, or not accountability. We do have the week ahead tonight at 6 o'clock. You know what? We've got a much better week this week, guys. There's only a couple of things on my board, you know, and it's beautiful. It's, you know, Venus trine Chiron, Sun trine North Node, Venus square Uranus, culminating in that new moon in Leo on the 4th, with Mars sextile the North Node. So, you know, all of these changes that you can see and feel this week, they ultimately get to a point where you're like, how can I have more fun in my life every day? You know, how can you find that excitement again? It's coming back to Leo, you know. We want to be able to play and get through these things, making life feel worthy and fun because it should be, and it is. Yay, yay. All right, that's me, guys. I will see you either tonight at 6 p.m. for my class, or I will see you tomorrow at 8:30. So, mwah, have a wonderful day, and I am around today if anybody wants a reading. See ya.